Hi, it's Trevor Mealham again. I just want to update everybody with the saga with the frauds that are going on here at Lloyds Bank. So what we're alleging is cover up a fraud by Avon Somerset Police Crime Panel over in Bristol. And a chap under the spotlight at the moment is Mr. Richard Brown. Here he is. Put a little label on him. And what we're saying is that Mr. Brown has breached his statutory lawful duties and that he is leading beyond control. Now this is quite important because we've done a thing called the Matrix, and that shows a lot of what's going on, how people link, and also concern about a group called Common Purpose. So if I go here, and we can see here Mrs. Mountstevens. Victims typically go to action fraud. They get passed to Avon Somerset Constabulary. Over here we have got, actually I'll leave that one there because that's what they're doing. We've got Mr. Andy Marsh, the Chief Constable, and above him is Mrs. Mountstevens. They look quite buddy there. And I can remove this one, but I will leave that one there. Okay, so moving on, the constabulary had a venture with Common Purpose, and pulling back there, what we can see is there's a collaboration with Avon Somerset Constabulary with Common Purpose, where 70 of its leaders got Common Purpose training at the expense of the taxpayer. Here they are. Let's have a little zoom in there. Look very cosy on our money. The lady who set up Common Purpose is here, Julia Middleton. And she wrote a book. It's called Beyond Authority. Now, if we just go back to good old Richard here, what he's now done, away from public interest, he has now cancelled off his own back a meeting, an extraordinary meeting, which takes more than 4 members. So it could have been 5, 6 or however many, but the meeting was called. It was all going ahead. There was Professor Nigel Harper, one of the most qualified bankers in the UK, who has helped jail 13 bankers. And the top police crime commissioner, Anthony Stansfield, that was going to talk about what's been going on and so on. But coming back to Mr. Brown here, he decides off his own back that he doesn't want this going ahead. Now, under the Police Reform and Social Responsibility Act, he has to hold with his crime panel the police crime commissioner to account, and he's not doing that. So as we're alleging that Mrs. Mountstevens, which I will go back to over here, and her Chief Constable, we are alleging that they have covered up the frauds of Lloyds Bank. It makes this a very serious matter, and it means that where we are claiming that evidence was withheld in the Avon Somerset Thames Valley Police review, which we know, and evidence destroyed, Mr. Brown not actually taking this now forward makes him complicit for blocking the IOPC from actually being able to do their job. So we want some answers from Mr. Brown, but he's not communicating with anybody. And I've heard from the clerk that they're not going to discuss it anymore. Well, we'll see about that. We will educate them to the law, and it will now be going to the Home Secretary and the IOPC. And obviously if Mr. Brown's done wrong, that's for him to answer to. So I'll just leave you with a close-up there again of Mr. Brown. And he's the man who is now at the top of stopping the frauds from investigating. Thanks ever so much.